the mugshot that was heard around the world. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new video. And today, it is time that we talk about what happened in Fulton County, Georgia yesterday. Because everyone, history was made. Donald Trump is the first president, or former president, of the United States of America to have a mugshot taken and released. This is related to the garbage Georgia election case. Yep, they actually did it. They gave us a mugshot. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you can join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content that we all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Now, let me be clear. It doesn't matter what party you're in, doesn't matter what. Everybody knows this is historical. And this is a full image of the real mugshot. This isn't the fake one that was floating around. This is the real deal. It has the emblem, and Team Trump is, well, we'll get to that part. But either way, this is the real thing. This was inconceivable even a year ago. No, hell, half a year ago. Nobody thought they would go this far and be so arrogant about mugshotting the former president of the United States of America. And for what was, still to this day, I argue, was an election contest. Nothing like, oh, taking money from Ukraine, China, because his son was doing business dealings and he was the vice president. Oh, wait. You know who I'm talking about. The point is that this is unbelievable that they actually had the gall to release this mugshot. But let's get into the article. Inmate number PO or P01135809. That's how Donald John Trump of Palm Beach, Florida, is listed in the jail records of Fulton County, Georgia. Trump has now made history as not only the first U.S. president, sitting or former, to face criminal charges, but the first to have their mugshot taken. Again, it's always been a no-no to go after a former president for criminal charges, or current presidents, because that's kind of unwritten rule that you don't persecute political opponents. Again, if it was like, Menendez in New Jersey, that's one thing. Or like what Hunter Biden, the Biden stuff allegedly is. That's a whole different thing. Corruption, treason, whatever. But for something as stupid as an election contest, they have broken that precedent, flushed it down the toilet, and they're shocked that people are mad, or I don't even think they're surprised. I still don't get why. To get known by Democrats and get a good paying job in NBC or whatever one day? I don't know. The Fulton County Sheriff's Office released the first ever mugshot of former President Trump following his surrender to authorities in the Georgia election interference case. Although it's Trump's fourth indictment, he has managed to dodge taken mugshots in other cases. But Fulton County Sheriff Pat Labette warned ahead of the Georgia indictment that authorities there intended to follow regular procedures when it came to time to book the former president. Trump described himself as 6'3", 215 pounds, which pissed off a lot of people for whatever reason. Do you care that much about what he lists his weight at? Who freaking cares? It's like some idiots on Twitter, it's like, yeah, NFL players, they supposedly weigh more than President Trump but look thinner. because, they're probably, 99% muscle? Just common sense, but here or there, that's just a quick rant I had. But that's not all right? Moments after his mugshot was taken, on Thursday, Trump posted the image to his Truth Social platform, along with a fundraising link, but that's not the fun part. No. This is where the real stuff kicks in. Gentlemen, Donald Trump, for the first time in over a year and a half, posted on X, Twitter, whatever, I still call it Twitter, with this. DonaldJTrump.com. This from the real Trump Twitter account. Mugshot, August 24th, 2023. Election interference, never surrender. This is genius marketing by Trump. His campaign already has, 500 different, t-shirts, freaking mugs, God knows what. But let's be real about this. It doesn't matter what happens next year. In my opinion, this has already backfired for 3 reasons. Or it's somewhat, all right? I think it's going to backfire much more than people expect, but let's go over some of the reasons. 1, it gave us Trump on Twitter again. That's automatically a W, and that's, in my opinion, hopefully it means he posts more on Twitter, because there's, say what you will about X, Twitter, Elon Musk, millions, hundreds of millions of people use Twitter regularly. And Truth Social, I'm sorry, you have like 5 million people. You reach more people if you post directly on Twitter. It's just factual. But number 2, Trump his campaign's been needing some extra funds. Well, what better way to get more money is posting merchandise of this? Already, one of the most memed images of the year. I have seen thousands of memes of this image. And I've seen a bunch of people, put as their profile picture, and they're selling it for like $30 a pop for a t-shirt. Let's say just 1 million people around the world buys it. $30 each, that's $30 million. And that's not including everything else. So, theoretically, this could actually get Trump out of this quote-unquote money hole that he's being forced in with these garbage indictments. But number 3, and I kind of hinted at this earlier, this is already one of the most famous images in American history. You can't deny that. I mean, so what else is more famous? More infamous, whatever. It is already so iconic. Everybody's seen it already. Again, unless you lived under a freaking rock in South Dakota or something like that. Which, no attacks in South Dakota, I'm just making a joke. But either way, this is already the most iconic image possibly ever in American history. Well, now I still think there's some other ones that are more famous or whatever, but overall, especially the last 10 years. But it gives a rally cry of millions of Americans, especially Republican primary voters, that are still iffy on Trump, once again. But this gives them a valid reason. They're going after, which most of them still think, the best president in the last 30 years. That's a vast majority of the GOP. Even a large chunk of Americans think Trump is one of the best presidents we've had since Reagan. It gives them a rallying cry. But also, one thing that I don't understand why people are ignoring this is it makes Trump seem relatable. I know that not everybody goes thrown in jail or whatever, but think about this. The amount of people that have gotten screwed over by the system for garbage. Just think about it. Jobs, crimes, whatever. The fact is, they're going after a former president for essentially nothing. But the streets of San Francisco, Atlanta, LA, all these major cities, seems like every other night's a war zone of shootings, of robberies, everything. But they're going after a former president? It does piss people off. It really, in my opinion, makes a lot of people a bit more motivated to realize, say what you will about Trump. He's the one that wouldn't allow this mess. Again, I don't know if he's going to win or not next year. I hope so. I think there's a possibility of it. But if Trump does in fact win next year, look back at this image. This image may be the reason he wins next year. Because he's seen as the guy going against the machine. Seen as the little guy going against a rigged system that has screwed over tens of millions of Americans of all political spheres, and in particular, the last 10 years, conservative voices. Hell, anybody that's not, Bernie Sanders' left level of Democrat or progressive or whatever you want to call him, seems like they're getting under attack by, your door being knocked down at 3 a.m. for asking what's up with the kid's education. It makes Trump, at least in my opinion, makes him seem a bit more of the guy that's going against the entire system. Again, we will have to see the next coming weeks. How does this really influence the election? I don't know how much it does. I think it does motivate some people that may be on the fence about Trump to just get behind him. But outside of that, there's some people claiming that, Trump may win like 40% of black voters or whatever. I don't see that happening. I mean, I don't get why I would think that, but it's like there's some people saying that. I don't know about that, but I do think there is a serious possibility this does backfire. It gives Trump free advertising. It gives Trump a rally cry around him. And it angers more people towards his cause. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below. Subscribe. Share with your friends. Hit that little bell. Follow the social media accounts in the description down below. And, of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.